You are watching kids wanna know. We're sincere. You are watching kids wanna know. We're sincere. One more time. You are watching kids wanna know.
Hey, I'm Sincere from Kids Wanna Know, the show with Kids Rule. Right now I'm here at Operation Gobble by I Am Wondawoman. That's Wonder, not Wonder. You guys heard it here. I'm Sincere. We're here. Shout out to Gucci for giving me this sweater. We're here. Shout out to Butterfly Scholars. And I'm here with
Dr. Mita.
Dr. Mita. So tell us what you're doing here today at Operation Gobble.
This is Operation Gobble 2021, our 12th annual turkey giveaway with I Am Wondawoman Foundation in the community.
So I heard from a little birdie before this interview that you're I Am Wondawoman. Is that true? Guys, you see, I told you, remember, it's Wonder, not Wonder. Okay? So what made you come up with that name?
Growing up, I used to do a lot, so my friends would call me Wondawoman. So I wanted to kind of have my own identity with it. So I changed it to an A instead of an ER.
That's amazing. And tell us a little bit about what inspired you to do this every year.
Well, about 12 years ago, I was working with a celebrity and they wanted to do something in the community. So we came up with giving out turkeys. I realized that for me being in the entertainment industry, a lot of celebrities, they want to do stuff in their community, but they don't have the ability to put it together. So every year I put it together and I just tell them to show up and help me give out stuff in the community.
Can you tell us any inspirational words that you have for the kids?
I would say that, find whatever it is inside of you that your passion is, and that's where you'll find your purpose.
Great words from I Am Wondawoman. You guys heard it here. Operation Gobble. I'm Sincere from Kids Wanna Know. Peace.
Thank you.
Hey, I'm Sincere from Kids Wanna Know, the show of Kids Rule, and I'm here with the Dancehall Queen, Miss Spice herself. So, Miss Spice, can you tell us a little bit about yourself before we get into this interview?
Oh, wow. If I tell you a little bit about myself, it may take all day because I talk a lot and there's so much to know about me. But I'll try my best. A little bit about myself. My real name is Grace Hamilton. I love fruits and grapes and pineapples, and I love sleeping. I love eating a lot. I'm a pescatarian, so I'm always eating seafoods and crabs. I'm from Jamaica. Originally from Jamaica, but now I live in Atlanta because of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. So I'm known as the queen of the dancehall, and I'm just a bubbly person, love music, and I love everyone.
So can you tell us a little bit about your experience on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta?
The experience. Okay, so at first when I got on Love and Hip Hop the very first time, I was a bit nervous because the camera is following you around and you're like, oh my God. All right, so are they going to see everything? Or they're gonna, it was a bit nervous. But after a while, you get used to it. So it just comes like a part of your life. My experience there with the girls on the show, I must say, I just take them like my family because I left Jamaica, went to Atlanta by myself without any family members. I made a huge sacrifice to chase my dreams, and I just take on the girls from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta as family. So big up to all the cast members, Rashida, Carly, Sierra, Mimi, Shekinah, Joe. I don't want to miss a name because they'll cuss me, but I love all of them.
That's cool. That's cool. I heard you have a new album.
10 out. Yes. My album is called 10. It's out now. It did extremely well. Big up to Shaggy and Sean Paul. We had an amazing collaboration on my album. It's called Go Down There. Did amazing, great numbers. The first time it came out, it hit number 1 on the reggae Billboard, the reggae charts. And I'm super excited about my album 10.
Can you tell us what that experience have a feature and do a whole album with Sean Paul?
Shaggy and Sean Paul. The experience is mind-blowing. It's a legendary collaboration. It has never been done before where Shaggy and Sean Paul is on, featured on a song, and to know that I did that, little old Spice, it feels good. It was a legendary moment, and I'm very gleeful for that opportunity, and I'm just humbled by their presence to know that those the legends that has paved the way for someone like me ended up collaborating back on a track with me for the first time. So I was very happy about that.
So before we go, is there any inspirational words you like to tell the kids?
For me, I would like to tell the kids, don't rush your life. You know, take your time, read a lot, because reading is fundamental and it's something that's going to train your brain, and it's going to expand it and open up your knowledge so that you can learn more and know more. So read a lot, read, research information. If you hear about something you don't know about it, Google. It's very advanced right now. Google it, read on it, go on YouTube, research it. The more you learn and the more you know is the better for your future. My motto is good, better, best, never let it rest until your good becomes better and your better becomes your best. Never stop, never give up. Believe in yourself, chase your dreams, sky's the limit. Just continue, and always remember that someone's opinion of you does not define who you are. So don't listen to the critiques and what people have to say. Trust yourself, believe in yourself, and set your dreams and make sure that they are big, and just go for them, chase them, and never stop. I have a lot of inspiration to say. If you know, his name is Ding Dong. He does a lot of dancing songs. He's one of my favorite artists from Jamaica. He does a lot of happy bold songs. I'm gonna teach you a dance from that he sings about, okay? So this one is called It Has So Much. Alright, so this one is pretty easy. If you do your shoulder like this, that's it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So big up to my son Nicholas and my daughter Nicola Toy, and I just try to pave the way for them and give them a life that I basically never had. So I feel like my past is what inspires me. Knowing where I'm coming from, I just never want to go back there, and I don't want my kids to experience that life. So I always try to push to make it better for them. So I sacrificed leaving them and coming here to work, and that's exactly what I did. And I recently purchased a house for them, so now they're here with me. So I'm super excited. Thank you.
We're here at the turkey event here in Brooklyn, New York, and I wanted you guys to check it out. We're having a good experience so far. They are giving away turkeys to the Brooklyn community, and I am trying out my new gimbal that I received yesterday. It has multiple features to help me turn the camera and control it.
Well, guys, you heard it here from Jasmine. What a great interview. What a great interview from Spice. I'm sincere from Kids Want to Know. Shout out to Operation Gobble.
Hey, I'm Sincere from Kids Want to Know, the show with Kids Rule. Right now, I'm here with Maizon. And before we get into this interview, I'm going to be honest. Before, I didn't really know too much about you, but after I met you, my dad told me a lot, and I like what I'm hearing. Heard your verse. I'm going to hear your verse on Funk Flex right after this. And I heard that you're lit in the battle rap industry. So can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
I started out a rapper. I was signed by the late, great Chris Lighty to Def Jam, Violator Records, 1999. Unfortunately, I ended up getting incarcerated and serving 7 years out of a 7 to 14-year sentence. I came home in 2006, and I just been working, man. And then I started changing my life over into doing activism, against violence, seeing so many people go, young boys, black and brown boys, going to prison and being falsely accused and incarcerated, and seeing so many negative things. I just want to utilize my voice for something positive and try to change the conditions of our community. So, I just merged my hip hop skills with my activism to create my what I call myself a self-proclaimed raptivist. And I just merged both the worlds, man. Now, you'll see me on the front lines fighting against injustice and fighting against, gun violence in our communities. And then you'll hear me dropping verses on Funk Flex. So I just try to merge both of the communities and just play my part and do what I can to help change.
Can you tell us what really inspires you to turn over a new leaf?
I mean, just watching young boys, black and brown, going to jail every day for dumb stuff. Just seeing, especially knowing that, and we're dying. We're literally dying in these streets at younger ages. We're being incarcerated at higher rates. So I felt like me going through that situation, understanding what goes on inside of prison, understanding that in these streets there's nothing but jail or death is promised to you. For me to come home and not be honest about that and not try to steer our young black and brown kids away from that, then I would be part of the problem. So, it motivated me to come home and just try to make sure that the kids didn't make the same mistakes and and fall into the same traps and pitfalls that I did.
Can you tell us a little bit about your experience being on Funk Funk Flex and how it felt just being on that platform and feeling at the top again?
You know, Funk Flex is my guy. Shout out to Funk Flex. And I kept hunting Flex down every time I would see him. You know, he'd be like, "Yo," I'd be like, "Yo, let me get on funk. Let me get up there and freestyle." He'd be like, "Just give me some music." You know, right before I gave him a song called "That's How We Own It," and he actually blasted off for about a good 3 months, and that was the prelude to me actually doing my freestyle on Funk Flex. And I went up there. You know, I just felt like I had a lot to prove. I had a lot to say.
Do you feel that over time you can do more than what you're doing right now?
I mean, we all could do more. I feel like, you know, all I could do is my part. I feel like you have a part to play. We all have a part to play, and that's what I want. That's what I want to be relayed in this movement. Like, there's no perfect leader. There's nobody who has it all figured out. You don't have to look a certain way. You don't have to sound a certain way. All you have to do is one change. You know, and and that's all I was. I was a kid from the hood that come from the Bronx, that been through a lot of different things, and I just want to see things change. So I utilize my voice, I utilize my platform, and I put in what I have. You know, and I want everybody to understand that. You just have to do what you can do. You just have to insert what you can into the movement. You don't have to look like what nobody else does. It have to be something that comes from the heart, and that's authentic.
Do you have any inspirational words for the kids?
Man, just stay grounded, man. Keep chasing greatness, man. And don't let nobody tell you what you can do. Don't let anybody limit your greatness. Don't let anybody impede your progress. Don't live for anybody else but yourself.
That's great. This has been a great interview. Thank you, Maizon, for being on the show.
Keep doing what you're doing, man.
Thanks,
I like
man.
your energy, man.
Thanks. I appreciate it. I'm Sincere from Kids Wanna Know here at Operation Gobble. Wow. Right now we're here with Zodiac, and you guys know we're here at Operation Gobble. Tell us a little bit about what you do, Zodiac.
Well, I'm DJ Exotic Mommy. I'm the founder of the Community Hope Foundation. We go out, we service the street homeless. We go to every borough. We feed anybody on the street. We give sleeping bags, clothing, hot food, all type of supplies, cleaning supplies, toothpastes, toothbrushes, everything. We do anything to make sure the people on the streets are taken care of.
So tell us a little bit about what inspired you to come up with Operation Gobble. And is it just you, or is it like other people behind you?
Well, this year is myself as Medea from Wondawoman. There's Venus Perez for Put the Guns Down, the Community Hope Foundation. There's Mysonne here. There's a lot of talent in the building that all believes in giving back to the community and just servicing everybody. If you're hungry, come. We're going to feed you. We're going to make sure you're straight.
How long have you been doing this?
12 years. 12 years. I've been taking care of people for 12 years, paying rent assistance, giving jobs, everything. 12 years.
So since you've been doing this for 12 years, on an estimate, how far do you think you can go with this operation? Do you feel like it can be way bigger, or you feel like you're doing perfect just where you're at?
It can always get bigger. The more people that need to be serviced, we're going to service. I personally, my organization just purchased a building, a 51-unit building in Queens, where we are taking street homeless off the street and giving them housing for transitional housing. So we're going. We're going. Everybody is joining forces together to make it happen.
That's great. And one more question. Do you have any inspirational words for the kids?
Remember to inspire those that have forgotten to inspire themselves. Always make sure you take care of the people that forget to take care of themselves, whether they're older than you, younger than you, and make sure somebody is always watching you. So what you do is very important.
That was great. You guys heard it here. And I'm here with
Beno World, Harlem, New York.
Beno World. So tell us a little bit about what you do.
You know, I'm an artist from Harlem. You know, I do a little bit of writing, a little bit of singing, melodic, you know, and I do a lot of songwriting also. So
I'm not going to lie. Just now, I thought you was about to say a little bit of writing. I thought you was about to go spit something crazy.
No, right now. You know, I do a little melodic stuff, so it's not really a spit situation. But I could do that too, but we're going to get there a little later down the line.
Okay. Maybe we got someone. So tell us about what inspired you to do music and what pushes you and what drives you.
My inspiration is just like where I come from, my family and friends. I feel like I love the faces that I see when people make money after they listen to the music. I kind of just talk about what I go through, what I see, the women I see, the women I deal with, the liquor I drink, and the vibes that I create. So I like putting that to the music, man, and just having some fun, man. That's my inspiration.
What was it like growing up in Harlem?
It was cool. It was ups and downs. You get what I'm saying? See, I know I have a group of friends in every different area. You know, I got my street friends. I got my extra school friends. I'm one of those guys that can kind of like blend in with everybody. I could have went left. I could have went right. But I'm making sure I choose the right path just to, you know, inspire and put on for the people around me. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm locked in. I'm tuned in.
So, do you have any music coming up or any music that's put out right now?
Yeah, so I just dropped a single with DJ Big Skip. It's called Like Your Style. That came out Wednesday. That was his single that I was featured on. But I'm also just working on my Valentine's tape that drops every, you know, Valentine's Day. So that's coming up in February. So make sure y'all check that out. Beno Times Day.
I heard it here. We're here, Operation Goggle. You guys heard it here. We're here at Operation Gobble, here with the man himself. You want to spit something real quick? No, right.
Down the line. We do that when we get to flex or something like that, you know.
See? He got us. Well, I'm sincere from Kids Wanna Know. Peace. He got us.
Appreciate you.
Thanks, bro.
Hi, how are you? My name is Cynthia from This Matters TV. I'm a TV host, and we do a lot in the community. We do a lot outside of the community. And it's an honor for me to be here. To be honest, this is a wonderful event. I saw mad turkeys being distributed. I saw all the smiles. Everyone was smiling. Everyone was lively. This is what I like to see. I'm from the community. I have family. I heard that you guys are from the Bronx. I have family that live in the Bronx. But the fact of the matter is that I'm here. You guys are here. You guys are covering such a wonderful event. And I'm happy to say that I would do this 1,000 times again.
That's great. So, can you tell us a little bit about what your TV show is about?
Yes, we cover everything. We cover from singers. We cover from book writers, artists. We cover in Miami, swimsuit, fashion. I'm the fashion icon. If you could see, I'm in the fashion industry. I have a designer that I work under, and she specializes in vintage clothing, and I'm her top model. But she's in Cape Cod. So we pretty much have fashion shows, and we do a lot of things. And we also give back to the community as well. And I'm happy to say that I love what I do.
Can you tell us what inspires you to do this?
What inspires me is because I have social work and teaching background. And in that field, you have to be compassionate. And I have a lot of compassionate and love for everyone. That's why I decided to come here. And I will come again, like I said.
Do you have any inspirational words for the kids?
Yes, I do. Continue to stay in school. Continue to do what you have to do. Obey your parents. If you have an issue, speak to your parents, speak to your siblings, speak to your teachers. Just stay in school. Education is very important.
Hey, I'm Cecilia from Kids Wanna Know, the show Kids Room. I'm here with
Assemblywoman Latrice Walker.
So, Miss Walker, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. Oh man, this could take forever, right? So I'm a little girl from the projects. I'm born and raised here in Brownsville. The building that I grew up in, NYCHA knocked it down and moved everybody out. You probably know some of my friends who moved to Coney Island because we were all displaced. And my mom was like, you know, she wanted me to make sure this never happens to any other family again. And told me that I needed to either go to law school. She gave me two options. Either I was going to be Heathcliff Huxtable or Claire Huxtable. I don't know if you know the Cosby Show, but one was a lawyer and one was a doctor. I don't like blood, so medicine didn't work for me, so I went to law school. I was an entertainment lawyer. And one day I was just looking around in my community. I was unhappy about the things that I saw. And when my seat opened up, I ran for it, and I realized that if I didn't run, I would never be able to live with myself. And so here I am, representing a neighborhood in the New York State legislature that I was born and raised in, and that raised me. So I consider myself to be one of the luckiest girls in the world.
Can you tell us what inspired you to really help your community and become Assemblywoman?
Well, I think the thing that really changed the game for me was I was working for Congresswoman Yvette Clarke. I was her counsel. And I was living in Glenmore houses, and people were coming back to me all the time telling me that their sons were stopped and frisked, or they were stopped and frisked, and the police were going through their pockets. 4 or 5 times in a day. Never at one point in time there was an arrest. And so I knew at the time I was like in law school, and I knew that wasn't right? Because of the text that we were studying. And I stood up. I reached out to the NYCLU, the New York City Civil Liberties Union, initiated a conversation with her and some other elected officials. And that was like the end of Stop and Frisk, which is another reason why we have to make sure that we band together and fight to make sure that ugly practice, to talk about racial profiling, does not come back again in New York City. And I think it's one of the criminal justice reform initiatives that we'll be fighting.
That's actually cool, and I can't wait for that to officially go underway.
I don't want to be an exception to the fact that a little girl from the hood can go on to be a lawyer. Like, I want to be an example of all of the doctors and lawyers. Like, this is real. And so I want to see you, on the 7 o'clock news doing this. And so, you guys just keep doing what you're doing. I'm very proud of you.
Thank you. Hey, I'm Sincere from Kids Want to Know, the show Kids Room. I'm here with
Tek, Smokey Lie, Smith and Wesson.
I heard it here, Smith and Wesson. So tell us a little bit about your name and the meaning behind it.
What's your name, Tek or Smith and Wesson?
Tek first and then Smith and Wesson.
Well, Tek is actually the first 3 letters of my real name, which is Tekoman. It's spelled T-E-K. I had that all my life from my mom, my dad, my parents. Smith and Wesson is a name that's me and my partner, the General Steele, that we came up with, and we had that name because it's a name that's symbolic. When even though it's 2 names, you think of one, entity. So when you think of him, you think of me. When you see me, you think of him. So it's Smith and Wesson.
That's cool. Oh, kids want to know about the label you're signed to.
Well, actually, in this day and age, I do a lot of independent work. I also have a production label that we're starting up called CPC, which is Culture Pushers Collectors. We help get the up and coming artists as well as the artists that's been doing their thing and get them, artist development, help them do interviews like this, take pictures, and move around and get their business together.
Tell us a little bit about what inspires you to come and help the community.
That's easy, man. This is the community that I'm from. Bedford-Stuyvesant Alive is one, and anything that I could do to help give back to the community and enrich it and keep us on an upcome, then that's what I'm here for.
That's cool. Do you have any inspirational words for the kids?
Yeah, believe in yourself. Don't stop. Keep going, man. Even when you think nobody see you, they see you. Keep rocking.
So before you go, you think you can spit something on the mic for us?
I don't do that.
Man. I tried to get him.
I don't do it.
Hey, I'm Sincere from Kids Want to Know, the show Kids Rule. Right now I'm here at Operation Gobble with
Itchy Palms IP.
Itchy Palms IP. You guys heard it here. So tell us a little bit about what you do.
Fashion designer and a music entertainer.
Fashion designer, music entertainer. So what about music do you entertain? Are you a producer, you're an artist? What do you do?
I'm a writer, I'm an artist, and I perform.
You perform? Can you tell us a little bit about where you performed and stuff?
Well, I performed at SOBs, performed in Miami, KODs.
So you told me before this interview that you've done stuff for Snoop Dogg. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, the fashion brand is called THC, The Hem Club. So you can actually check me out, www.thehemclubthc.com. Outside from the gear that you actually see I'm wearing right now is one of the collections, which is called Mota en Champagne. As far as the collection, the collaboration that I got going on with Snoop, as you can see him, got the book bag right now popping. I know y'all seen him running around with the jacket.
That's valid. So what inspires you to become a music entertainer and a designer at once?
Well, I was always by trade an artist, a drawing artist. And then as far as developing, the levels, I started getting into music more on a personal level on the passing of my mom. So, music just been my company and to, to give my heart a voice.
I get what you're saying. I actually like that. Do you have any inspirational words for the kids?
My word of inspiration today is never fold. In any situation you in, never fold.
Never fold.
Never fold.
Guys heard it here. I'm here. Operation Gobble Gobble. I'm sincere for kids want to know.
Peace.
We got to continue to keep giving to our community. We definitely got to continue. I try to bring as many celebrities, as many people as the kids look up to. I know that this is not something they can put together, so I try to put it together so they can come and give back, so that they can show our next generation that this is what we're supposed to do. We're blessed, and so we should all continue to pay it forward. So give each other a round of applause.
You are watching kids wanna know. We're sincere. You are watching kids wanna know. We're sincere. One more time. You are watching kids wanna know.
Don't do 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 don't do 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 this I Michelle like go. This for them good girls, them hood girls, straight masterpiece, styling, wildin', living up in the city. Kiss myself and so, it's so hot, Got police and a fireman. I'm too hot, then. Retirement. You're recording this? You're recording this? Yeah. Oh wow! Hi world. Sincere. Then. Name, you know who I am. I'm too hot, then. Break it down, girl. Sit your hallelujah. Girl, sit your hallelujah. Girl, sit your hallelujah. Cause uptown, no. Saturday night we in the spot. Don't believe me, just watch.